Hi everyone, Brenda Hillard, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This week I am really excited about my product of the week. It is called Treat Time, and it is actually in a bundle. It includes the 11-piece stamp set, which has all of these different little sentiments on it, which I'm going to be sharing with you many uses for this besides the treat containers. But it also bundles with the Petite Treats framelits. That's hard to say, but anyway, 7 framelits. And again, I will be showing you several different uses for these framelits throughout the week. So stay tuned and let's get started with our first project. So as what I want to show you first is I did some Halloween treats. So we've got the boo is actually from the paper pumpkin this month, which was adorable. And I used the papers from Toil and Trouble. And I know that a lot of you are not really into Halloween. I am, and actually any of my friends and family will tell you that I'm all about treat boxes. I love my treat boxes or table favors or whatever the case may be. But with these, I wanted to share with you, or I will show you how to actually use the dies to create these. But the one other thing I wanted to share is that you don't have to, you can make them ahead and you don't have to seal them until you fill them. Aren't these cute? These spooky Reese's Pieces eyeballs for Halloween. So that's what I did, is stuffed my treat containers. I actually want one more in there. And then when you make a head, is what you can do is I have the tear and tape on the inside. I just pull that out and seal it, and now it's ready for gifting, favoring, whatever you want to call it. This one I thought was really cute. This is the cat paper from Toil and Trouble. I punched out a little gray kitty. I stamped Trick or Treat on the cat. Gave her some little rhinestone eyeballs to match the silver glitter on the ribbon. And this one I didn't do the rounded top. I just did the square, so it's a true sour cream container, if you remember those from a few years back. This one I used the witches' hats, and as I have said before, and in case you didn't know, the dies in the Toil and Trouble suite actually match or fit the hats on the DSP, so I simply just ran it through my Big Shot, cut out the hat, punched a circle, Trick or Treat, and added that to the top. You may have noticed too that I have contrasting or coordinating tops on my treat boxes, and I'll show you how I did that as well. So let's get started learning how to do this. What we're going to do is I need to bring in my Big Shot. And the one I'm going to cut out right now is going to be I'm just going to use Designer Series paper from the Garden Impressions. These sheets come 6 by 6, so that is the perfect size for the framelits. The other thing I want to share with you is that DSP or Designer Series paper works a lot better with this framelit than cardstock. Cardstock is a little bit too heavy. I mean, you can use it, but just know that it's a little bit heavier than you may want. So is what I'm going to do, and I have my sandwich here is the magnetic platform. I have a cutting plate, my 6 by 6 piece of paper, and now my framelit. And these framelits are kind of cool, and I think you can see this, but they have it set up like a puzzle piece. There's a square end, and then there's a receiving square end there. So is what you do is you snap your framelit together. And is what you're going to see, or what you're going to find when you do this, is these little pieces that stick down on the framelit actually make a tick mark on your paper. So I'm just going to bring this through my Big Shot. Okay. And take my plate off. Take my die off. And you end up with a piece with the rounded top. Okay. So I'm going to move my Big Shot out of the way. And is what I do is I just kind of pinch on those tick marks. And you'll see why. It's not a fold, it's just a pinch, okay? Alright. So then, whenever I do treat containers or sour cream containers, I like to use the tear and tape because it's really a strong adhesive and it'll stay together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, and it really doesn't matter which edge, but I just put it the full length, okay? Then is what you're going to do is you have your little pinch marks down here that from your tick marks, right? You're going to put a piece of tear and tape right across from tick mark to tick mark. And then you're also going to put a piece of tear and tape right up here at the top at your arch. There are tick marks there too, but if you just go with the edges of the arch, that'll work, okay? So now we're going to take off this one and this one. And remember I said to leave this one on so that if you aren't filling your treat box right away, you still have access, and then you can take that off once you fill it. So what I do now is I just kind of match up, and we don't want any of our tear and tape sticky. So I just kind of match up 1/4 of an inch at the top and 1/4, you know, and I'm eyeballing. Then this sometimes sticks a little bit, so you just kind of bring your finger in there. And then if you just pull out on the ends, you can secure it. And it's just like making a toilet paper roll. I know, right? And then you're going to put treats in it. So anyway, I just rub my fingers really good on that to get the adhesive. And then if you pinch here at the top, it folds it down. And then where you pinched at the bottom. And so that's how it's going to form your sour cream container. Now I'm kind of picky, and I don't like this DSP showing with the pretty flowers. So I want to show you how I did these contrasting tops so that everything coordinates on the box, okay? So I'm going to bring my Big Shot back in. And what we're going to do this time is I just want this piece of the framelit. And we'll get our sandwich here. Again, it's the magnetic platform, the cutting plate, a piece of your designer series paper, however you want it to coordinate. And I'm just going to line it up. Okay, I'm not in the center of my camera, I'm sorry, but we're just going to line up that edge and this edge. And then we'll take our top cutting plate and roll it through. That snapping noise is okay, it's the cutting. And good, I'm glad this happened. So see how I have this little fray piece? I'm just going to snip. Alright, so there's one. And then we want to do that just one more time so it matches front and back. Or I like to do it that way anyway. So I'm just going to set this on again. My magnetic platform. Did you see it kind of pull my framelit? That happens every once in a while where it just doesn't want to sit quite right. All right, so what I'm going to do is just roll this through again. Good. And again, I have my little fray that I'm going to trim. Good. All right, now I've got my 2 paces, and I'm going to get rid of the Big Shot again. So all I did was take my snail, and I add a piece there, and I'm going to do the same thing on what I'm going to call the front side, because I always like to have my seam going down the back. So, oops, I didn't get that quite where I want it. Try again. I like to have these edges at the top match up. So, there's my box. And when I was looking at this, I was like, I wonder what kind of embellishments. And this isn't the one that I was going to embellish. This is the one I just wanted to demonstrate how to make the container itself. Is what I am going to show you for embellishments is my granddaughter, Annika, has a birthday coming up in October 20th. And so she's having 12 little friends over for her party, and I'm making 12 little favors for her guests that come to her birthday party, so I'm kind of excited about that. So, and here's the hippopotamus, and I'm going to show you these stamps. So, as I talked about the stamp set from Treat Time, there's lots of them. 11, and the sentiments on here are really, really cute and go quite well for a lot of things. So is what you have to do to create that. And I'm going to do, of course, the happy birthday here. I'm going to use Memento ink. I've got the happy birthday stamp mounted on my clear acrylic block. I'm going to take a scrap of the thick Whisper White. I like using thick for my tags, gives it a little bit better body. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp. Give your ink time to soak into your paper. So there's our tag. Well, the words for our tag. So then is what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Big Shot. We're going to take our tag, or our piece we just stamped, and this framelit, and that's all you have to do is just center it on your sentiment that you just stamped, roll it through, and I know it's kind of Big Shot basics, but I'm always surprised at the number of crafters that really don't have a Big Shot. And it's amazing what they can do to step up your projects and actually to really make your projects a lot easier to work with. So is what I did is cut this out earlier. I have the adhesive. So one more time, we're going to take the long side off and the top one. You just kind of form your, I call it a toilet paper roll. So it's just like 1/4 of an inch at the bottom, 1/4 of an inch at the top and then seal it down. And then up at the top you have your tick marks that you pinched, so you just seal that, and then your bottom. But I'm not gonna seal the bottom yet, so there's that. As what I did is I just took a little bit, and I'm okay with this one having just the little hippopotamus, and the back of it is gray, so it all coordinates well. And as all I did was take my snail and just kind of lay down some adhesive, and using the leaf ribbon, I secured the first end, wrapped it around, and then on this one I just make sure that there's a leaf to really secure it. And when I cut it, I'm going to cut it at close to a leaf, and then that way I've got a nice end that hangs down, and I've got a place to start the next time for adhesive. I took a glitter dot, and let me get our fancy new tool. I love this pickup tool. It has a little clay dauber on this end to pick up sequins, and then it has a spatula end here and a pointed end that you can lock in place. I want the spatula end for my sequin or my glitter dot. I'm going to use a small one, and I'm going to use the Pool Party color, and I'm just going to add that on my little swirl right there. Put one dimensional on the back. And I'm not over embellishing these, and the reason being is you have to remember these are going to be 9-year-olds, and is all they want to know is what's in the treat box, right? So I don't expect these to, I kind of expect them to be ripped open and off to the side. But anyway, so whoops, there it went shooting out. There's the little treat holder for Annika's 9th birthday party. Hard to believe that our swarm of grandkids are all getting to be 6, 9, 10. It's crazy. But anyway, so there's treat time. I hope you like it. I hope you liked the ideas for the different favors, the Halloween. I thought this would be really cute for Thanksgiving. Stay tuned this week. I have lots more projects coming using the Treat Time bundle. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon.